the definition of insanity is doing the same thing, expecting different results. And I think what we've seen in the last few days is perhaps a different way of doing things. It's an idea, it's at its infancy as regards Savannah and the 5 companies. But I think that this could be a game changer, and it is needed. We've heard that from many today, and as farmers we need to see a lift in the prices, and pretty soon. But just getting back to that, I just think we need, as an industry, to be mature about this. It could be groundbreaking for the whole red meat sector as well. So I just urge DINS and the companies to carry on that track. Also, I just wanted to make a point about Reese. He's doing an awesome job up there on the velvet. Really changed what was a really volatile type business to be in, to being something that we can be more bankable on, and I think Reese got to take a lot of credit for that in some of the marketers. So thanks for your coming, and have a great night tonight.
I was just thinking when I was listening to Mark, came back, John Rabbitt's thoughts this morning came back about old friends, new friends and special friends, and I was thinking about the old friend, the old Swanee that we all used to wear around Lincoln University with a set of jandals actually, and that lasted till my special friend Trish booted the thing out, chucked it out about 10 years ago. And dragged me in to Barker's last weekend in Auckland to buy a new friend. So I had no idea at the time actually that Barker's sold Swan Dry. So that was interesting. But what John talked about there about old friends, new friends, special friends, I think goes for a lot of the things we've talked about at this conference. The other point I just wanted to make was around the integration message. Because David Hughes talked about that a lot, that the market and the on-farm productivity are linked. It's no longer good enough to say, let somebody else worry about that. You know, we've all got to do our bit together, and things like ethics, animal welfare, environmental issues, they're tied up. That's part of the ticket. We've also got integration between, and you saw it up here today, both on the velvet and the venison, and not forgetting that venison's got that co-product component. You saw it about the balance we're getting in the industry between individual company aspirations and what's good for the job as a whole, and hopefully that's something that you could take out of this conference, that we're moving to a different level in my belief, and that applies to both velvet and venison. Also the integration across markets. You heard a very interesting presentation from Professor Young, and that the China-New Zealand market dynamics are very much one of partnership and collaboration, and if we try and impose solutions on each other, then you get a disaster. So we've very much got to work together. Integration of on-farm management systems is exactly the same. We're working on packages around animal health, feed and genetics. We all know that farming's only as good as your most limiting factor. It has to be an integrated aspect, whether it be on the management side or the integration of livestock classes. We just can't think about deer in isolation. We need other classes of animals to make deer perform, and we need deer to optimise some of those other classes of animals. And Graham Mulligan from Landcorp really demonstrated that. You know, the biggest farmer in the country is doing exactly that. So it was a great example. We also need to integrate the young people and the old. And yesterday was a clear demonstration of that. The more mature of us are no good without those young ones coming through, but they can also learn off some of the guys like Paddy Boyd working in that advanced party. So those are really an integration message, and old friends, new friends, special friends. The other two things I'd like you to take away, and I'd just like to thank you very much for coming along, because 2 days out of your time when you're busy, whether it be in your business or on the farm, whatever sort of business you've got is critical. And just to thank the organisers of the conference, the local committee. I know, Tony, you've put in a shitload of work into this, and it's, from my perspective, it's gone really well. There's a lot of work goes on in the background. I'm really proud of the DINS management team that we've got. I think they're working their arse off for you. There's some big hours. Dan's really hit the ground running, taking over from the good job that Mark O'Connor did. I think we've got a powerful team there. I'm also proud, Kris, of the relationship that Dins and the DFA have got. We've got work to do to make it even better still, because this is a 20-mile march. We're only 15 miles into it, and guess what? When we get to 20 miles, we're going to have to turn around and go back again. So nothing's ever finished. We're working on it, but we're working our best for you, and we want to see some results, because just like Mark alluded to with Swan Dry, even when he had an icon brand, he still couldn't make any money. And I think we're a bit like that in the deer industry. We've got an icon brand, we still can't make enough money, but the building blocks are in place to do it, so we've just got to get out there and do it. Thank you.